I've got this idea flow for an app I would be building for the Google Gemini competition called Nexus. So it's basically an app with two ways to connect. One, a chatbot for businesses to provide 24/7 support, and two, a phone call system. The phone call aspect, it has two different functions. One, to protect you from those annoying scam calls, and another that act like a super realistic AI sales representative for businesses. Now here's how the phone part works. Users can forward their calls to a specific number provided to them on Nexus. But this didn't really work out well as I expected. And I'll explain why, and also the strategy I later took to implement this. But that's just the basic idea. And this AI agent handling calls can do a few important things like escalating to a human if needed, answering questions from a specific knowledge base provided by the businesses, and even scheduling appointments for customers. The chatbot has similar capabilities except the voice calls, of course, but it can still bring in human support if a conversation gets too complex. And yeah, that's the whole flow and idea behind Nexus.
Yeah, so this is basically the whole system architecture right here. It's been split into two different sections. We have the front and the back end itself. The front end is being done with some React and Vite for the web and the chatbot widget itself. For the back end, we're making use of Node.js and Express, PostgreSQL DB hosted on Supabase, ingest for background jobs, and then Gemini AI for the AI agent within this app itself. Then I think that's basically it. We need to implement the auth flow first of all before we move on to any other features at the moment. This will probably take me about let's say 1 month to implement the whole application. That's to implement this whole stuff till the MVP stage, right? Let's see how far we can go. I'm just gonna go ahead and play some music at the moment. Yeah.
If you don't just link right up, but do I mean just stand up to balls back, we can set up my step. Time left, get you into my head. She's an independent girl, don't like to depend on guys. Guess you got up in my head, got this thing I never I on it. Rolling up to you, I keep it on it.
Yeah, okay, so we got our app running on, our API running on port 4000. Let's see exactly if this works out well. So we're gonna slash 4000 right there. Oh, we got some errors actually. You know what we'll do right there? Let's come over here. And the reason why this isn't working is because we didn't install .env. Let's look at. So we should just come over here and do. That's kind of thing. Okay, we don't need to pass it parts right here. Let's do it this way, and then run this server back. Okay, so let's try it out. Hey, we got this message right there. Welcome to not SnapX. Actually, that's my former app. Okay, Nexus AI API. So we got that running on now. Yep. So the API setup have been completed. I think what's left is basically this chat web app. I think will be the chatbot widget that will be done later on. Let me just push all these changes to GitHub.
I ain't just a youngin', I'm a boss girl. Got it on lock and I'm a blow for it. That's on me, I'm staying.
So guys, I think we've completed the whole API and then the client side, the server and the client side application setup at the moment. Right now, we just need to figure out how we need to implement Google Auth right within this API itself, and then from then on we can start working on other features within this project. Yo, what's up? So right now we're just gonna go ahead and implement the whole auth stuff right now, the data modeling with Prisma, schema, and the rest. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. Okay guys, so here's the code right now. We implemented this functionality last night, which is this Google Auth callback and the rest. And then we did some UI changes last night to the app itself. So when you move over to this section right here, where's the browser? So this is, let me just go over this 4000/API/ let me just log out, and then we move over. Just ignore this. When you move over to /auth, and then we can simply click on continue with Google right there, which will prompt us to sign in with our Google account. So this is basically the dashboard right there. We've done these changes. We just need to implement the logic for all these functionalities right there, the inbox, knowledge base, integration, and the rest. And then businesses could choose to create a new business profile if they don't have one actually, right? And then I think that's basically it. Okay, so I think basically this old stuff has been implemented partially. So if we should go over to /API, /API/Google, we should get the Google Auth consent screen. Let me just refresh this, and then the cookie should get stored in our browser based on this token granted to us from Google. So let's reload our browser. It seems there's something wrong in our server. Let's see what's wrong. Oh, it's still loading. Okay, it's done loading. And then we get the cookie in our browser, and then we can then use that to make requests on behalf of that specific user based on the access token given to us from Google. So as you can see, it says user created for this specific user right there, and then this is the access token we received from Google. Then we can then use this token to grant permissions, to make requests on behalf of that specific user. As you can see right here, we have our beautiful JSON response from Google, or rather from our database itself. So this is exactly what we get, and this data is basically coming from PostgreSDB at the moment. So that's it, folk. Next thing would be to implement the auth screen on the client side, where users could basically authorize their the app from the client itself instead of visiting this API itself. And basically it does do some stuff related to front-end work and the rest before we can then move over to other back-end tasks. Later on we'll talk about that. Bye.